Hi YouTube world, hi YouTube subscribers. I wanted to make an update for you guys. A lot's been going on. I haven't been videoing a lot because everything's been super hectic again. Uh, so I definitely wanted to give an update. From my last video, I have gestational diabetes. I kind of got a wake-up call yesterday. I had to go to the hospital. Nothing too bad, but I do have a UTI. Realizing I need to take better care of myself in general, but also when you're pregnant and you have an older pregnancy and you have other things going on with you, like I have PCOS, and you've really got to take care of yourself because it's not just going to affect you, it's going to affect your baby. And you're vulnerable being pregnant, you're immune compromised. There's so much going on with your body that you really need to look after yourself. I'm guilty, like a lot of nurses. I preach all day to my patients to take care of themselves, and then I usually don't even take care of myself. I don't drink enough fluids. I don't eat healthy enough. I don't cook enough from home. Just a lot of stuff that I know I need to work on. And going to the hospital yesterday was definitely like a wake-up call. It was really scary. Let me just back up though a minute. So basically, since I've got the gestational diabetes diagnosis, I have to see a specialist now. My weeks are really busy. I have a lot of doctor appointments. I have to see the specialist like 2 times a week, and then my regular OB I have to see like once a week until I deliver. But it started off with them starting me on metformin, my specialist, at 500. Then they increased it to 1,000. Blood sugars, especially my fasting blood sugars, were not good, which is kind of out of my control. You can control the ones after meals, but the fasting ones are more, they don't have to do with diet. They're just what your sugars are after you haven't been eating for hours. So they're more hormonal. So those continued to be a problem. So they started me on insulin as well. So I just take 5 units, it's not a lot, of intermediate insulin at night, along with the metformin. Along with now, I've had to like completely rehaul my diet. I've had to start cooking again from home, which is fine because I love to cook. I've been missing that I haven't been. I've just been like, oh, I'm too busy. Let me just get fast food. It's easier. It's faster. It's more convenient. But, with this whole diabetes thing, you really have to watch your diet and eat low carb and eat a lot more protein. So, I'm doing a lot of research. I think I'm going to continue trying. I am going to try to continue this diet in the future of like basically cutting out fast food. I don't really want to eat fast food unless it's like a salad or once in a while treat. I think it's so bad for you. And especially me being that I have high risk for type 2 diabetes now. I've cut out, like, normally I drink a lot of sugary drinks. I love soda. I love, like, fruit juices. I love, like, flavor in my drink. I don't really like the taste of water. I think it's very boring and just, like, ugh. So I've had to, get creative. I drink a lot of, like, the sparkling ices because they have flavor, but they're still, sugar-free. and other things like Crystal Light, tomato juice is good, unsweetened iced teas, which I actually do like unsweetened iced tea because I'm from the East Coast, so that's what I'm used to anyway, so I've been buying that. I've been putting Splenda in my coffee, which there's controversy over that. My mom always was like, that stuff will give you cancer, all those artificial sweeteners, and maybe they do someday, because I guess with animals, they've done testing on them with the artificial sweeteners, and sometimes they develop cancer after years. But anyway, that's what the doctor recommends over sugar because they're more concerned with the here and now. So I've been using Splenda and diet soda. Yeah, so that's what I've been doing. And as far as food, I've cut out the fast food unless I'm getting like a salad. There are places that have keto or low carb options. Chipotle has a keto bowl. That's pretty good. Subway's pretty healthy. Chick-fil-A has some more healthy options, and things like chicken nuggets do not have a lot of carbs in them. We ordered Five Guys the other day, and I just didn't eat the bun, and I did slip up a little bit though because I ate some of my husband's French fries, and my sugars kind of went through the roof. And you have to be careful. Like, I can eat French fries, but it has to be a very small amount. I shouldn't be doing it a lot. And the problem with me is once I start eating French fries, I don't have good self-control. I can't be like, oh, I'm only going to eat 15 fries. No, I'll sit there and eat the whole damn thing. So I'm trying to stay away from I tell my husband, like, please don't buy French fries because it's too much temptation for me. Wendy's has a good, like, option from Wendy's is, like, their chicken nuggets. I used to get their side salads. They've done away with that because of Corona. Thanks, Corona. But their baked potato, yes, baked potatoes have a lot of carbs, but it's, like, healthier than eating French fries. And with that, I can limit myself to, like, half a baked potato, and I'm okay doing that. And, their chili's good. That's healthy. Anyway, yeah, I've been doing a lot of research, like doing keto recipes. I made eggplant parmesan and a keto version, so I used almond flour instead. I'm not gonna lie, it's definitely more expensive eating healthier. Like, almond flour is like $7 versus regular flour is like, what, $1? But in the long run, do you want to be paying hospital bills or do you want to be paying a little more for your food? I'd rather pay a little more for my food. If you don't take care of yourself, other people are going to wind up taking care of you eventually, and that's just how it is. And nobody's invincible. I'm learning this. I am terrible at thinking I'm invincible all the time, and I know I'm not. So anyway, my sugars have been progressively getting better between the medications and the diet. I was really scared to start on insulin because, I give insulin all the time in the hospital, but it's one of those, like, high-risk drugs, even though lots of people take insulin, lots of people have diabetes. Like, I want to say at least, like, half my patients over 50 usually have type 2 diabetes in this country. So, it is super common, and I think in this country, the reason why we have such a problem with diabetes is the obesity, but not just the obesity, it's diet. Because I'm a skinny person. When I'm not pregnant, I weigh like 120 pounds. I haven't even gained that much weight in this pregnancy, and it's all been in my giant belly, pretty much. But that's why everybody's like, you have gestational diabetes? Like, everybody is shocked. But it doesn't matter. If you're not taking care of yourself with your diet, you will get diabetes. If you're eating a lot of this fast food, a lot of this instant crap, which I'm guilty of, I'm trying to move away from that as well. Like a lot of the, I eat a lot of like instant stuff when I'm working, like rice-a-roni, instant rice, and instant mashed potatoes, and ramen. All that stuff is garbage for your body. And that's what the doctor told me, and I know it's true. And so I'm learning that like I need to take time to actually meal prep and make, like, at least once a week, go grocery shopping and cook. And if you don't like to cook, I could see where that would be harder. I love to cook, actually. I just don't like investing the time, and yes, it's a little more expensive and it's just inconvenient, and I hate cleaning up after, but I know that's what I need to do from now on. But anyway, if you don't like to cook, I think you should try doing one of those like meal prep services, even though they're more expensive, just to stay away from like fast food and instant garbage and all this shit, because I feel like that's why in America we have all these health problems that a lot of other countries don't even have, and it has to do with our crappy ass diets that we have, that are a lot of instant carbs, refined sugars, fried, like chemically enhanced, like all that crap that we're constantly eating, that I think I didn't really realize till I got this diabetes how much your diet is so important. Like I thought I was eating healthy because sometimes I eat like garbage and then other times I eat healthy, so I'm like, oh, I'm a healthy person, I'm at a good weight. No, like, you can't eat like garbage half the time. You need to be, I mean, it's better than eating garbage all the time, but I think we should really be striving to eat healthy like 90%, not like 50%, or some people it's like 0%, but yeah, so I've been doing that. What was I gonna say? They're really strict too with your sugars when you're pregnant. Like, normally in the hospital, we don't even give insulin unless somebody's blood sugar is over 150. But when you're pregnant, they want your blood sugar, because it affects the baby, they want your blood sugar under 140 after meals. And then your fasting, they want under 90, which I don't even think normally when I'm not pregnant that my sugars are that good. So that's where the insulin really has helped. Oh yeah, so anyway, getting back to the insulin, why I was so scared about the insulin was the main side effect of insulin is that your sugars can then go way too low. And if your sugars go dangerously low, you can have brain damage, you can die, you can have seizures. There's all these problems if your sugars go too low. So I was really scared because they want to put me on insulin, and sometimes I'm working and I don't eat for 10 hours, which again, not healthy, but that's what a lot of nurses do. I don't care what they say, this is like a very common problem with nursing. So anyway, so I was all scared that like I'm gonna like pass out at work or something because my sugars are gonna get too low. But then I realized like, oh, I'm just on intermediate. I'm not on, I thought they were gonna give me the fast acting at first. And the fast acting is really what drops your sugars like really quick. It usually only takes like 15 to 30 minutes till it takes effect. Versus the long acting, which I'm not on either, but the long acting is like, doesn't really drop your sugars that much at all. It just, keeps it like, it's steadily giving you insulin over like 12 hours or 24 hours. The intermediate, which is what I'm on, affects your sugars within like about 5 hours. And it's also, it's not like the slow acting and it's not like the fast acting, but it's giving you steady like blood sugar control. So I've been, I was really scared when I first started taking it, and the nurse practitioner was like, well, you can check your sugar more often if you're scared. So that's what I've been doing. And it hasn't dropped my sugars that low because I'm only getting 5 units. Originally, the doctor wanted to put me on 13, and the nurse practitioner was like, I think you'll be okay at like 5. And I'm glad she thought that, and that's what I thought too, because I'm a tiny person. I'm only 5 feet tall, and I don't weigh that much. I've gained about maybe 27 pounds now over the course of the pregnancy, and I'm 34 weeks, and my weight's been kind of staying steady. So she was like, let's just start off at 5 and see how you're doing, and then when you come back, if we need to adjust it, we'll adjust it. And that's what I agreed, because I was like, I'm scared about my sugar dropping, and this has been a problem in the past with other doctors, that a lot of times they don't take into effect like your size when they're giving medications. And I'm one of those people that always seems to get overdosed with medication, like whether it's anesthesia, whether it's stool softener, whatever. And like I'm like a lightweight, like they always wind up giving me too much, and then I have complications from that. So anyway, my sugars have been pretty good. The other day the fasting was high, but what happened the other day was kind of like a shit show at work. Anyway, I'll get into that. But yeah, so my suggestion to you is, if they start you on insulin, and a good idea is to be checking your sugars even more than the required 4 times a day. I would, at least in the beginning, just to make sure you're not dropping too low. So I would set alarms on my phone and wake up and check my sugar, because I take it at bedtime. So it's affecting my sugar when I'm sleeping. So I would set alarms on my phone, wake up, check it once while I was sleeping. And then if it's low, make sure you have snacks readily available, like orange juice, like candy, something that can increase your sugar real quick in case you get low. And my other suggestion is just like always keep snacks on you if you're diabetic, just in case because a lot of times you can kind of feel when your sugar's getting low. I know I can. I start getting irritable. I get anxious. I get kind of confused. Some people get sweaty. I get like more like shaky, but my sugars don't even drop that low. But for me, when I'm going low, like in the 80s, I start feeling the hypoglycemic effects. So, yeah, and my other suggestion is maybe start off the insulin slowly. Like, talk to your doctor, like, I'm only comfortable taking so much, and then if we need to, we'll increase it. Oh, and make sure too when you take insulin that you're taking food with it. And they recommend you take a protein with the insulin because protein it stabilizes your blood sugar longer. So it helps your sugar prevent it from dropping. Like, so having something like crackers with peanut butter, or a Greek yogurt frozen bar, Greek yogurt, or like cheese and crackers, something like that when you take your insulin. I usually just take my insulin when I'm eating dinner and I have some protein there, so there you go. But anyway, so I'm glad I started on the insulin because it is helping the baby. And, it's not as scary once you're on it and you realize, okay, my sugars are okay. And then it's no big deal. In fact, the shots a lot of people are nervous too about insulin hurting them. But I'll show you guys. I have, excuse me. Oh, God. It's hard to get up when you're pregnant. So I have the insulin pen, which I really like it. I'll show you guys. So the pen, this is the lid, and this is the pen. You can see it's kind of a cloudy mix because it's intermediate. So it has short and long acting insulin mixed together. It's supposed to look cloudy. And then this is the needle top. You just peel this off, and then you attach the needle top to your pen, and you turn the dial to how many units you need. So like I need 5. So I would turn the dial till it says 5, and then you put the needle in. Once you got it at 5, you poke a fatty area, like your stomach. That's where I like to do the stomach because it has the most fat, and that's what hurts the least, is if you poke a fatty area. And then you push down on the button while the needle's in you, so you get the insulin. So I really like that one. And the needle is little, guys. It's like this big. It doesn't even hurt unless you do, like, one time I poked myself in an area that didn't have a lot of fat. That hurt. So, and then I have my AccuCheck machine. I really like it. It has like a light, so if it's dark you can see good. It keeps a logbook for you, which is really nice because I don't have time to write down all my sugars. So you can go back later and check what your sugars were. So I don't know if you can see that, but it says logbook. It has your averages. It has all kinds of stuff. There's an app that you can link your data to. I haven't done the app, but I have a coworker who did that. This is my strips, and they're tiny. It all fits into this nice little bag that I can take with me. It's a tiny bag. And then this is my favorite part, which is, if you can have a favorite part, but anyway, it's my AccuCheck, like the poker, the Lancet, basically. This hurts worse than the insulin pen. But the nice thing about this is there's these numbers at the bottom. You adjust it to how hard you want it to poke your finger, which is really nice because I have kind of like, I don't really have, my right hand's more like callous than my left hand, but my left hand is more sensitive. So I usually put it at like 2.5 for my left hand. For my right hand, it's more callous because I use that hand more. So I'll put it at 3 or 3.5. But the higher you go, like 5.5, the more like deeper the needle goes, and the lower number is like more delicate. So what's nice is like it doesn't really hurt much because you adjust it to what you need. And yeah, so anyway, that's my spiel on that. The metformin, it did make me sick. And this is very common with metformin. It causes like stomach upset. So what I did was I started on it when I didn't have to work. Because a lot of people get diarrhea with it. I didn't at the 500, but when I increased it to 1,000, I did have one night where I was sick, but I was home. And what you can do is like slowly increase your dosage so you don't have as much side effects. So like for a few days I just did 500, and then I would chop the pill in half. So I was taking 750 for a couple of days, and then I bumped up to 1,000, made sure I didn't work that day, didn't have much to do. So that's my advice with the metformin, and now it doesn't, I don't think it really hurts me anymore. I don't know. I'm also on iron pills, and being pregnant, I feel like my stomach just hurts all the time anyway. But I take the metformin at night as well because my fasting sugars are bad. And that way, if it does cause like stomach pain, I sleep through it. But adjust the meds and everything to what you and your doctor agree on and what works best for you. I feel like different people need different doses, different times to take their meds. I feel like medications are not all one size fits all, and do it so that you make it to where you are taking the main thing is that you are taking your meds, you're taking them regularly, you're taking them when you're supposed to be. So adjust it with your doctor to where you will be staying compliant. So, if you need to change I'm not saying do it on your own. You need to talk to your doctor. But anyway, but come up with an agreement with them, because there should be some compromise so that you are taking your medications. Because when you're not taking your medications and you have diabetes or whatever, you're gonna have a lot of bad consequences. That's the main thing. But then number 2 is your diet with diabetes and with a lot of diseases. I feel like the main thing is make sure you're taking your medication, make sure you're seeing your doctor, but then your diet and lifestyle as well. So like exercising. But anyway, so that's gotten better, the diabetes. And the baby is like good from all the testing I've had done and everything. But the latest thing that happened, I think I'm going to make another video about like how I went to the hospital and all that. So stay tuned. I'm going to make another video detailing what happened yesterday and what I learned from that, and advice about that. But yeah, this is my update about the diabetes and how I've been managing it and how I'm going to continue in the future, like taking better care of myself, especially with my diet. And, I kind of was eating like crap this last year, I'm not going to lie, half the time. Like if I have to work, I often get Taco Bell my last night to like reward myself, which is not really rewarding yourself, it's hurting yourself. But anyway, I would do that, and like I looked up Taco Bell is like horrible if you're diabetic. Like, I did not realize how bad. Once you start doing research and you look at how many carbs is in all this like instant stuff and fast food, you're like, oh my God, like, how is this stuff legal? Like, it is so bad for you. And I don't think like, yes, we all know fast food isn't good, but the extent of how bad it is, I mean, that's why that film Super Size Me was so popular, I think, because it was like, this is what it's actually doing to you if you eat this like regularly all the time, like how bad it is on your body. So anyway, I've cut out that. I've cut out, a lot of times I grab fast food in between shifts, which you can still, it's not realistic to be like, just cut out fast food. Like, we all have busy lives, we all have kids, we all have jobs, we all have a million things going on. If you're an American, you live a fast-paced, stressed-out lifestyle like everybody else. But you need to, like, what I did was I did research, and, like, you need to look up what can you get that's fast food. Another good thing is, like, Dunkin' Donuts, they have some healthier options. The other day I got the Power multigrain sandwich. So you want to look for stuff that has bread that's less refined if you're going to be eating carbs, the multigrain, the whole wheat, and stay away from all that like French fries. And if you get a burger, remove the bun. Don't get a lot of sauces. The one sauce that's okay is like ranch. But don't be getting all those, like, I'm so guilty of loving, like, I love barbecue sauce, I love ketchup, name a sauce, I love it. But I've really cut down on that. And it depends what you have. Like, so I know my problem's more the blood sugars. But if you're somebody who has a lot of heart problems, you don't want to be eating the ranch. You want to be eating, maybe for you, like, a little bit of ketchup's okay, and you need to stay away from more like the high sodium stuff. If you have heart problems, you more need to stay away from like the high salt, high fat. I don't. I have the sugar problem. So, and technically, really, you probably should be staying away from both, like the high sugar or high fat. But you know what? I'm trying to be realistic, and at least in the beginning or whatever, the best thing for me is to not over restrict my diet, know what I can have, and for me, like, the high fat food's okay. It's more the carbs and stuff, but still trying to not get over crazy with that either, because there's like unhealthy keto and then there's healthy keto, and you want to try to be more the healthy keto than like the bacon and all the red meats and all the like lots of cheeses. Like some of that's okay, but you don't want to be doing it all the time. Anyway, video is really long, so I'm going to end there, and stay tuned for my next video. Okay, hope you guys are doing well. Hope you're staying safe. Everybody's got COVID fatigue, but I feel like we're at war with an invisible enemy, and we need to not get discouraged, not get tired, keep fighting until a vaccine comes out. So we need to keep wearing our masks. We need to social distance. We need to wash our hands. You know, do what you can. People are still dying out there, guys. Somebody at my husband's work just died the other day from COVID. The numbers are rising. It doesn't care what's going on in the world, whether there's an election, whether there's whatever. The economy is bad. The number one thing is staying healthy, and that's very obvious to me right now being pregnant. with all my complications that I keep having. So none of that other stuff matters. Your health is number one. So take care of yourself, guys. If you need to cancel Thanksgiving this year, cancel Thanksgiving. If you need to not go to certain things still, don't go to them. Stay safe. Don't forget that this is serious. People are dying. All right, till next time. Bye, guys. Take care.